helping you out, walking with you from where you are towards your target. Because when you join this business, you have a specific target. Abi? Is that right? So we will be one of your links. In fact, me, okay, I'll be one of your links, your business partners in guiding you. And also all the people here. Can you look at the person on your left and right? Can you look at them? They are one of your links, your business partners. That's why you won't do the business alone. Tonight or this morning, I'll be sharing something to you that's very important. So, apart from the things that I'll be sharing next week, so I'll be here, whether you like it or not. I'll be here until next week. Is that a good news?
Yes.
Some of you are saying, yeah. So to guide you, Monday, check the schedule. Monday, I'll be free for mentoring. I'll bring people so I can help you out discuss the business with your prospects and help you answer some questions that are probably bothering your prospects. And then Tuesday, I'll be here also. Wednesday, and then on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken, I'll be doing a skill set expansion training. Okay, this is on about skills. You're already well versed about this business, you have skills, but on Thursday, we will expand. Can you say expand? Enhance. Can you say enhance? We will enhance what you already know. So if you're earning just probably 10,000, 20,000 per week, we hope to expand your earning. Would you like to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, and then on Friday, we'll do about leadership training, the levels of leadership. The first level, second level, how come you're already in this business for about a year, you can bring in people, how come your organization is not getting bigger? So we'll discuss that on Friday. And then on Saturday, bring all your prospects, because I know I'll be partnering with one of our business speakers bureau here. So we'll have a big OPP or business presentation come next Saturday. Is that okay? Yeah. And tomorrow I'll be here. I'll be available tomorrow, I think at 10 o'clock until 3 p.m. to help you out. When you have prospects, I'll be here. They are everywhere. I'll be here, okay? Just look for me, huh? Look for Oyibo Chinedu, okay? Look for Omonile. Okay, today, if you want to be connected, because I won't be here forever. In fact, I'll be traveling after 2 weeks. I'll be in Ibadan in different states. So if you want to be connected, you want to be assisted, you like my Facebook page, Adrian Astig, not the personal account because it's already, it has reached the maximum allowable friends. So this is the page, it is unlimited. So this is the picture. When you screen Adrian Del Rosario or Astig, you scroll it down, you can see this. Okay? So if you have questions, I can assist you. And you have prospects, business partners in other states where I will be, visiting, because I'll be posting also my schedules there. I can assist you. I can present, close the business on your behalf. Is that a good news? Yeah. Okay, so it's Adrian Del Rosario, Adrian Astig. So today we'll discuss about very important matter, because in fact I want to restart you. When you buy a cell phone or any computer, during the first few weeks or probably first few months, it's functioning perfectly well, Abi. Yeah. It's regardless of the brand, whether it is Apple, Infinix, Samsung, less popular brand, it is functioning well. However, time comes because of so many things you are doing to your phone, downloading, it has affected its performance. Am I correct? May I know the reason why some phones are hanging up, slowing down? Do you have any reasons? Huh? What are some of the probable reasons? That over time, your phone becomes slower. Sir, do you have any idea why your phone is getting slower? Overload of what?
Of information.
Information. What kind of information?
Business.
Business. What was that, Madam Delman?
Files, pictures.
Pictures, files, selfie, right? They take pictures, everything's right. It's eating up spaces, Abi. And then time will come, it's, buffering, not functioning well. Time will come, it won't longer open, function, right? Just like the one I had, I brought it from the Philippines, I bought it here. And then something happened, so I had one of our suppliers to fix it. It was fixed because he said, hey, too much picture, oh. You have downloaded a lot of information. and applications. Abi, sometimes you download virus and you're not aware of that. Is that true? You're not aware of it. And then, don't you know that, I'm sure you know this, when you visit certain sites, even though good sites, it leaves something on your phone. They call it, well, I'm not an expert in that, they call it cookies. Are you familiar with cookies? Not the one that you can eat though. Not like the mini cheese, what do you call that? Mini cheese, what do you call this? The biscuit that is popular here, mini, huh? Chin Chin! Not like the Chin Chin cookie, Abi. You know, those cookies eat up spaces in your storage that's contributing also to making your phone slow, right? And time will come, it's no longer opening functioning well. What do you do when your phone starts to buffer, not function? What do you do? Sir? Format. Do you format immediately? Oh, it's not coming. You format. You don't do that immediately. What do you do? Delete some information, right? What else? Restart, right? What else? Phone scanner, so you will identify what's wrong with the phone. Now you see a lot of negociations went inside your phone like that. But after a few days, it will happen again. And soon, it won't really open. What do? You reformat, you go to service technician, right? But because you can no longer, use the phone, you go to a service technician. The problem, you don't go to the authorized business center. Is that right? Why? Because when you go to those people who can fix those phones, you pay less amount, but it's somewhat not really bringing back the phone to its original state, right? You should go to the manufacturer because they are very well versed about the business. They are the one who made those phones. Is that right? In a single glance, because you have downloaded so much pictures, it's infected with virus, they can easily identify, right? You know what? In this business, you are like your phone. When you join the business, you are functioning well. Can you remember the day you joined? Whether it is a year ago, 2 years ago, 7 years ago, 7 months ago, or 7 weeks ago, you are functioning perfectly well. What do I mean by that? You do the business very well, you share the business very fast, you can easily invite people, right? Because you don't have virus yet. Really, what are the virus that I'm telling you? Sometimes you you ask some of your friends who are not networkers, and they give you advice. You go to service technicians, not the manufacturer. You ask for advice. Oh, I cannot invite people. How come this business is taking me so long? Then they'll give you advice. Sometimes it will work, but after 2 days it won't work. Just like your phone. Why would you go to service technicians? Wherein we have the manufacturer right here. In fact, you have the authorized technician, which is your upline, or who is your upline, right? Us, the management. They are the authorized. The Hall of Famer, the Speaker's Bureau, you can approach them. They can assist you. That's why you are somewhat being affected because of those things. Do you follow? Do you follow? See? Now, you will all agree with me, you are earning well before than today. How could it be 7 years ago? Products right now are better 7 years ago. The global package is better a year ago or 2 years ago than today. If that's the case, how come you are not performing well? Those are some of the reasons. Do you follow me? That's why I want to restart you. In fact, probably I won't be sharing not new to you. Madam Inket, she's here. She's been with us also when we started. Remember those days? I tried to video you ran. Remember those days? I just want to restart, reboot, and refresh you and make you go back to your original state. Some of you are infected by virus because you visit some site. What are the sites? Sites of other networking company, sites of other business. You may not join those things, but it has leave something, cookies, that makes you function. Oh, really? Now, we'll discuss about how you should carry yourself in this business. That's why, being the leader of the pack. Okay, leader of the pack meaning in a group when you're a dog lover, when you have so many dogs, because we'll talk about a lot of animals, good things about animals. I'm a leader of the pack when I speak to about our, I have different dogs, I have a lot of dogs, so I'm the leader of the pack. You are the leader of the pack of your business. Okay? Tonight, this morning, we'll talk about different animals. In fact, we'll talk about two favorite animals of our Heavenly Father. Why? Because those two are being identified. He let himself be identified with those two. We should try to check what's with those two animals that makes our Heavenly Father identify himself well. In fact, some of the sharings I'll have today are not really entire mine. Some of my mentors were Miles Monroe. I probably heard about Dr. Miles Monroe, right? Les Brown, and a lot of people. So I just took some of their learnings that could help you today. So we'll talk about you. Can you say you? You being, are you a lion, a hippo, or a giraffe? Are you an eagle or a chicken? Are you a monkey? Are you a hyena? So today we'll find out. Are you the king of your business, of the industry? Okay, are you ready? In fact, we'll talk about leadership. Can you say leadership? Leadership. Not just ordinary leadership, because we are all leaders. And let me tell you up front that you're all leaders. Some of you might think, leader, I just joined yesterday. How could I be a leader? I don't have any followers. I'm not yet a silver executive. How can I be a leader? I don't have yet the guts of speaking in front. I'm not part of the speaker's bureau. I don't have yet the position. I'm not a silver executive. Don't get me wrong. All of those things doesn't necessarily say when you have all of those things, you are a leader. And likewise, the absence of those things, sports cars, your dream house, your huge group in different states, in other countries, absence of those things doesn't necessarily say that you are not a leader. Those are results. Can you say results? Of being a great or good leader. But absence of those things doesn't necessarily follow that you are not a leader. We'll talk about leadership today. Okay? Not just leadership, let me borrow the concept of Dr. Miles Monroe. We'll talk about the leadership spirit to begin with. Okay? The leadership spirit is your ability. Every one of us, when we were born, when we reached the earth here, you have the capability and the ability to lead. But not all will experience leading people. You know why? Can you say why? Because you're so concerned about your environment. You're so concerned about what your friends will say, your classmates will say, your neighbors. Do you have neighbors? You are so concerned what would they say about you, about the things that you are doing. Oh, if I be selling this, Reverend, you might be thinking, if I would be selling this, what would my neighbors here would say about me? What would my neighbors say? You're so concerned about what would your neighbors say for the last 2 years, 3 years, and you found out on the 4th year, your neighbors doesn't know you. And it has affected you. Trapped inside of us, trapped in every follower is a leader, waiting to be discovered. You're like a seed. You know what's a seed? A seed, okay? A seed. Inside the seed, okay? For a seed to grow, it takes a good environment. But no matter how good the seed is, if it is in the wrong environment, it won't prosper, it won't grow. And we all have seed. You are all seed. In business, this is a good seed. Our business is a good seed. You are a seed. Inside the seed is a tree that can become a forest. That's who you are. But if I will place that seed here, even though a year will pass, 2-3 years pass, nothing will happen. Is that right? Because that seed is in the wrong environment. But if I would take that seed away from that place and then probably put it in the soil and a little of water and sunshine, there goes the tree a few weeks or months from now. And from that tree can become a forest. That's your potential. You know, environment plays a very big factor. Just like in this business. So you might want to consider, where do you go every day? To whom do you share the business? To whom you associate yourself with? Abi? So it conditions you. It conditions you. I'm not saying you leave your house, you leave your neighbor, you leave your village. No. You are there for a reason. I don't want you to be affected by them. I want you to affect them. Can you say affect them? Okay? So I know you can because there's greatness in you. You know, there's greatness in you. I don't want you to be affected by them, but it is you who should be affecting them. Okay? Do not leave that. I don't want you going to your place later tonight when you go home, husband, goodbye. Because you are affecting me. You are a bad environment. No. I don't want you to tell your husband, your congregation, no. You are there for a reason. Do you follow? Now, what's important than the leadership spirit is the spirit of leadership. Something you were born with. We all have the capability and the ability to lead. But the spirit of leadership is far more important. It has something to do with attitude. Perception of you. Your perception of who you are. Your perception of other people. Of your perception of what you do. Your perception of the environment. It's very important. This can be developed. We will deal heavily on the spirit of leadership. Do you follow? Now, let me proceed. In fact, right now you are distracted. Can you say distracted? Distracted. By what? By a lot of things. The reason why you are not getting what you deserve. You are distracted by so many things. Your Facebook, your phone. I'm sure all of you, mama, especially you will all agree with me. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you would look into are the messages in your Facebook. When you wake up, hello, prospect. You will look at your phone first than your husband. Abi. Then when you are dining, your phone is there. Hello husband, hello wife, hello friend. I'm here because I took time out to have time with you. But placing your phone there says something about you. That when it rings, you will answer it. Putting it face down doesn't necessarily say that it is more politely. See? Take away your phone. You know what? Do not bring your phone inside the bedroom. Because you really can't sleep. You can't sleep. Because your subconscious mind is telling you if the alarm goes off or the notification goes off, you will answer it. Then you will tell your husband, oh no, I'll just go to the restroom, and then you hide your phone. Later. Yung power, grabe pa yung mga power. Really? You're distracted. What else? Televisions. I'm not saying it's wrong, but it's distracting you. That's preventing you from getting what you want, from performing the way you should be performing. Some of you are mad already. Are you still, do you promise you still like me after this, even after this? Because I want to be upfront. So you are distracted. Television programs, football games. Reverend, huh? I didn't know that Reverend watched football. Right? Oh, maybe I should, do the perspective later. The program is. What's the popular program right now? Yeah. Oh, I know. Laila, you don't watch.
Z-World.
What?
Z-World.
Z?
World.
Z World. Is it local?
Bollywood. Bollywood.
Big brother, you are so affected by the lives of other people, right? Really? And there's this 24-hour program, monitoring how would they brush their teeth, how do they clean their nails. Because we have that also in the Philippines. It's eating you up. And you're not just, this is just entertainment, children. Don't you know that at the back of those entertainment lies bunch of trashes, cookies. Do you follow? See? But I'm not saying do not watch television, throw your television after this, throw your cell phone. No. Give it to me, I need television. What I'm saying, do not be affected by it. Are you familiar with a horse? Have you seen a horse?
Yes.
Really? Do we have horse here in Lagos?
Yes.
Really? What do you have? Yeah, on the beach, right? In Ghana, okay? I also see a lot of horses where you pay so you can ride, right? Here you have it. Can you bring your horse tomorrow? In Genji, you have horse? Horses are very powerful. That's why some of the power are being referred to the horsepower. Do you follow? It's a very powerful animal, right? Okay? Don't you know, aside from the power of the horse, what else is powerful with the horse are the eyes. Don't you know, even though that the horse is facing this way, without turning its head, it can see what's happening behind it. That's how powerful the eyes of the horse are. Without turning its head, it can see what's happening behind its head. When it does, the horse begins to process. What's that? He should be going that way, fast, paso. But because of it will bother him, right? What is that? Pawe. Gabi. When the movement is so severe, there are times the horse will stop, and times it will go back to check. Then that distracts the horse from going towards where he is destined to go. Am I right? That's why horsemen, thousands of years ago, they have invented the blinders. Can you say blinders? Blinders. It is a leather. They attach it to the bridle of the horse, partially covering the eyes of the horse. Here, see? Can you see the blinders? It's there, partially covering the eyes of the horse, so it cannot see what's happening behind it. Without distraction, the horse has no choice but to move towards that direction. Therefore, it can accomplish what is destined or designed for him to do. Right? Don't you know that we are somewhat like this horse? Years ago, months ago, weeks ago, you are functioning perfectly well. But right now, you are distracted. Apart from the things that I mentioned a while ago, you are distracted. I don't know what happened, but I'm sure you'll all agree with me. You have blinders before. Because the distraction was already there when you joined In Global 7 years ago, 6 years ago. It is already there. Television was already there 7 years ago. Right? A lot of things were there. How come you are now distracted severely today? Okay? So it's already there. And how come, even though all of those distractions were there,
how come you're still functioning well way back? Whether again, a few years ago, a few months ago, you are functioning faster than today, madam. Because you know why? Would you like to know why? Because you have your imaginary blinders before. Let me say this again. Same distraction, the difference, you have your imaginary blinders before. You don't care. You don't care. Before, remember the day when you saw England, when you signed up. You're full of excitement, Abi. When you see a person, you don't call him a person, you call him 3,000. Abi. And then when you see another person, that's another 3,000. And then when you see them two person together, they are bagaman. When your upline called you for a meeting, your response is, what time? I'll be there. Count me in. But right now, when you see somebody, a potential prospect, I don't think he likes the product. I don't think he will join because he's already wealthy. But he's too, he's poor. You are now reasoning out for your prospect. When your upline calls for, we have a meeting come Saturday. What time will it end? That's your response right now. What time? 7. Oh, how come it's so late? Okay, we'll reschedule it 10 a.m. in the morning. Oh, how come it's too early? So we didn't know what's the right time for you. You don't want too late. You keep on, excuses. Why do we pay for social media? But before, there's a social day. There'll be a 300 naira. I'll buy 10. How come we pay for the t-shirt for the anniversary? Before, I'll buy 5. Because I want to use a different shirt on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Now, you are now looking for excuses. But before, because of the blinders you have. I don't know what happened to your blinders, but then I'm going to remind you. Would you like to know what the blinders you had before? Would you like to know the blinders? That's why you don't see those distractions before, whereas it is already present during the day you join. Would you like me to remind you of the blinders you have? Yes. You know what? These are your blinders before. That's the, but before I go to that, are you aware that there is a human blinders? Yeah. But you don't have it. I'm not saying you buy this. Okay? The blinders you have before are the benefits. It's okay to be, to eat late because this is for my future. It's okay to invite anyone because it's okay to be rejected. It's okay to be laughed at because this would be what's waiting me. Before, you are focused on the benefits of the things you are doing. Abi? You are focused. It's okay to invite or talk to strangers because that could be a potential 3,000. Are you with me? It's okay to attend meeting even though it's so early or so late, so late, because I could learn a lot. That could equip me and become a better distributor and probably help me to build a huge group in a faster way, right? You are focused before on the benefits, not on the things that you are doing. You know what? I love to run. When I was here last year, it was 3 months, but I run every day. And a lot of people see me running. In fact, whether I'm in Abuja, Ibadan, I run 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening. But never a day that I won't be running. I run, I jog. And a lot of distributors can see me in Ibadan, in Abuja, in Lagos, especially in Lagos. They call me, Pawe, Grabe! Distributors can be found anywhere. Sometimes they're under the bridge, over the street. Pawe, Chinedu, Grabe! That's why I know they are distributors. And then one time I had this short conversation with some of the leaders here. They say, I asked them, what do you do during your free time? I asked them. I do this, I do that, I do like this. Then one leader says, I don't need to ask you what you do during your free time. I told him why. Because we already knew what you do during your free time. What do you like? What's your, what? I go, what? You like running. Because they see me every morning. Eh? You like running. Blessing, that's what they told me. Then I responded, no, I don't like running. In fact, I hate running. Who would like to run 6 a.m. in the morning? And it's drizzling. You had a long night. And if it's not in the morning, who would like to run after a long day talk for about 3 hours and then mentoring for 2 hours? When you get home, put on your running shoe, rest for about 15 minutes and run for 45. Who would like to do that? I don't like to do that. I hate running. I told them, but I love the benefits of running. Because when you run, you get to exercise, you feel better, you develop muscles, you feel good. Abi?
Yes.
Now what I want to tell you, do not concentrate on the things you're doing right now. In fact, some of the things that you need to do right now are the things you will hate. Who would like to talk? Who would like to talk to a stranger? To stay late, to sit down on training for about 2 hours on Saturday. Abi? But think of the benefits. Can you say benefits? Benefits. I want you to focus on the benefits so you'll have the right action. That's what you do or what you're doing way back. I want you to focus on the benefits, not on what you do. Can you say focus on the benefits? No, I'm really flattered today because I see a lot of, apart from the pioneers, 3 pioneers I saw. I like to welcome Madam Blessing, Pawi, and of course Vitus, Abby. If you want to know more about the history of in global, in Africa, not just in Nigeria, ask these people, the new members. Now ask them what happened, our experience. You can learn a lot from these people. Okay? Now, let me continue. So stay focused. Stay focused on this. Your concern before was this. Is that right? You don't care about the lighting before. You don't care about the stage before. In fact, when we started, we were situated at the 6th floor, Abi? And can you remember our Saturdays wherein you have to walk from ground floor to? Because we don't have elevator. But they don't care. They try. They don't care. Right? Ask these top earners right now. In spite of the shortages of products, why do they continue to thrive? Do you wonder? Have you wondered? Of course, a lot of shipments will be coming next week, 2 weeks, so it will be. But how come they continue to thrive? Ask. That's why I want you to learn from these people. Why? Because they don't focus on the problem. They focus on the benefits. Do you follow? Now focus on this. One business only. Can you say one? One only, okay? You cannot chase 2 rabbits. You lose both. You will lose both. Not only both, you lose your credibility, you lose your name. Your name here is at stake. Okay? Now, let me continue. Now, even though some of you, are focused, you dwell more on the benefits, how come you're still trying, not really getting the things you want? The target, let's say, the potential is 600 to 700,000 per day, or probably creating a group in another state or perhaps in another country, right? There are 3 factors that I observe, not only in Nigeria but also in every country I visited. Allow me to share with you things that preventing them of prospering, great leaders. Most of those things, 3 things: the vision and the mission, not the company. Your vision and your mission. I want you to be honest. Ask yourself, do you have the vision? Not the vision of the company. It's very easy to identify the vision and the mission of the company. Go downstairs, it is posted on the wall. But your vision, why do you sell the product? Why do you share the business? What's your mission? What's your purpose? Is it just to earn 3,000 naira or 6,000 or 1,500? Before, you are dwelling on the purpose, not the agenda. Okay? Don't get mad at me if I want to be upfront with you because I'm here only for 2 weeks before traveling. Before I get back here, it's gonna take another 2 months because I need to visit other states. So I'll be upfront with you. So, what's the vision? Where will you bring your business a year from now? 6 months from now? Where will you bring your newly registered business partner? Where do you see your friend, your newly registered business partner a month from now? Do you do that to your business partner? Why would you do those things? Why are you selling the products? Why are you wearing blue? Why is it that your color is purple? I don't know, because my upline asked me to wear purple. You have to ask. 3 things you need to consider. Can you say how? I'm sorry, can you say what? How? And why? It's very important to answer those questions when you are getting information and giving information. Okay, your upline tells you, or whoever, your sponsor, you need to attend training, then you will attend here. You have to ask politely, upline, sponsor, may I know what is the reason? Or what will I do? What? How will I attend training and why do I need to attend training? There's no such thing as common sense. Some of you will be on a default mode. It's common sense, right? The reason why I'm asking them to attend training is because to learn. No, not all. There's no such thing as common sense. Are you familiar with there's no such thing. Yeah. No common. Let me prove that quickly. I want you to tell me later what comes into your mind when you hear the word, when I mention something, okay? Ready? Don't say it, just keep it in your mind, okay? Proving that there is no such thing as common sense. Okay, ready? Coffee. Soft drinks, or no, coffee, food, crochet. Crochet. Crochet day.
Huh?
Crochet. C-R-E-C-H-E. Crash? Crash, I know. I just want to know if you learn. If you know. Crash, sorry. Crash? Sorry. Okay. Crash. Are you ready? I want you to be honest. When I mentioned the word coffee, what came into your mind, madam?
Drink.
Really? Okay. How about you, ma'am? Welcome. Thank you. How about you, ma'am? When I mentioned the word coffee, what came into your mind? Drink. Really? Say, sir, really?
The benefits.
Benefits of the coffee, right? Ma'am, really, be honest. What went into your mind when I mentioned the word coffee? Really? Or are you just copying them? Really? Benefits, sir, Reverend. No, you didn't get the instruction. Okay? Oh, let's erase. Okay, one more. Be honest. Okay? Morning. Wait. Oh, later. Now it's coffee. later. That's right, because in the morning you drink coffee. But not all of you think it's coffee, right? What came into your mind, Madam Telma, when I mentioned morning? Nothing.
I didn't even get the word.
Okay, sorry. Okay, evening. What? Sorry? Sleep, right? So it's not the same, right? Seminar. Huh? What? Money. Okay. How about you, brother?
Save money.
No. Sorry. So, okay. I want you to be specific. Can you say specific? Is that clear? So, what's the difference? Where will you bring, where do you see your business partner? You, 1 month from now, 6 months from now. Right? And then the mission, how you will do that? Why you need to do that? Why do you need to be there? The purpose, your purpose of doing it. Why is it you're doing what you are doing? Why do you do leafleting? Why do you have your own system? You do not just follow. Because my upline says, we have to do this. Why? I don't know, my upline says so. That's all. Well, you know what's the reason. But before, we dwell on the purpose. Right now, it's on the agenda. What do I mean by that? Before, your purpose is, because I want to help my village mates, my people in the village. That's why I'm doing the business, because I want to uplift the lives of the people whom I know, right? Right now, no. Why do you do the business? Because I want to earn 3,000. That's the agenda. I'm not saying you do not vie for the agenda. When you think of the purpose, a lot of agenda will come later. Our purpose is to help. When your purpose is to help, who would you help? People are suffering from diseases. People who want to earn extra money even though they are working. People who are... This is a noble business. Because our job is to help. All people need help. All you have to do is find out what are their challenges right now. Most are money, right? But not all money. Do you follow? I agree with that. So, my suggestion, tonight, if not tonight, tomorrow or a day after tomorrow, gather your group. Discuss your personal vision with them, mission and the purpose of the things that you're doing. Not just to earn. I know there is more than just earning. Is that right? It's more than just earning, but you have to tell them. You know what? 3 months from now, this is my group, for example. 3 months from now, I can see 3 of you will become silver executives. A year from now, 1 of you will bring out will be traveling to the Philippines. I don't know. That's your vision. Why do we need to do this? How we will do it? That's the mission. I mean, then you strategize with them so that when you tell them to do things, it will be easier for them to follow you because they know the reason why you are doing those things. And then the purpose and the agenda will follow. That's my suggestion. Even though you only have 1 business partner right now, we have 2. Even though you don't have business partner, you just join in today, identify where do you see yourself when it comes to AIM Global 6 months from now, 1 month from now, 3 months from now. Why would you do that? What's your mission? What's your purpose of sharing the C24/7 complete and restore life? Are you following? Okay, now let me proceed. Now, again, the reason why, another reason why we don't have yet the things we want here in business. I'm not saying it's the only reason. It has something to do with your leadership. You don't have yet group in other states. You're not yet earning every day. It has something to do. One of the reasons is not really the factors around you. Sometimes it is you, your leadership. Let me prove that. I'm sure you're familiar with Dr. Miles Monroe. This is what he says. If you want something to happen, if you want changes, if you want to be successful, and so on and so forth. Meaning, if you want bagam, leadership. If you want to create group in other countries, your leadership. Of course, there are other factors, but this is the main factor. If you want to improve your group, your earnings, leadership. Remember when we started? You, your potential, the seed. Inside you is a tree that can become a forest. Now, your environment, I'm telling you, is affecting you. But I'm not saying you lead the environment, just like what I've said a while ago. I just want you to know who you are, your potential, your perception of who you are. Okay? So, nothing happens, nothing begins, nothing improves, nothing develops, nothing changes. If you want changes right now, leadership. So you must fix, okay, you before the outside factor. Okay? Now, let me proceed. Okay, you're still copying, brother? It's okay? Now, let's talk about you. Okay? Are you familiar with this animal? Is this what? Lion. When you see a lion, positive traits, what comes into your mind? Positive traits, brother.
Strength.
Bold, strength, Ita. Positive traits, brother. Positive, courage,
Fearlessness.
fearless, right? Okay? Courageous, right? Bold, daring. Positive traits, brother. Focus, right? Okay? And also king or leader, right? King or leader. King of the jungle. King, when you say king, leader. Is that right? The lion is the king of the jungle. And, well, a lot of times, remember, I shared a while ago that, one of the animals that our Heavenly Father wants to identify Himself with is the lion, right? So there must be something with the lion. And when He calls us lion, He is saying that you are a king. If I will just use the king, but it is also queen. Are you with me? We'll just use the word king, but I'm also pertaining to all of us. Right? So it is the king of the jungle. When you say king, it must be a great leader because it is ruling the entire kingdom. A lion is the king of the jungle. The lion is the king of the jungle, though it is not the tallest.
Yeah.
It's the king of the jungle, though it's not the tallest. It is still the king of the jungle, though it is not the largest. But still the king. King of the jungle, though it is not the heaviest. But still the king. Still the king of the jungle, though it is not the smartest. Right? See? For me, a lion is a great source of encouragement. Okay? What makes this small cat? Small cat. Have you seen a lion? Not Garfield, okay? What makes this small cat be the king? How can he be a king when he is shorter than the giraffe, smaller than the elephant, lighter than the hippo, or one word, attitude. Attitude. Perception of who he is. The lion is the king of the jungle, though he has a lot of what do you call these factors that can make him be the prey. Are you with me? The lion cancels all your limitations of you calling yourself not a king. It has something to do with the attitude or perception of the lion. When the lion shows up in the jungle, everyone runs. Sorry. I thought you saw a lion, brother. When the lion shows up in the jungle, everyone runs. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want you to lead with fear. I don't want you to run your business with fear. That's not good. Oh, I saw Mama Telma. Oh, that's what we don't have the prospect this year. Oh, let's I hope it doesn't see us. Oh, I can see Madam Mucha in my... Oh, Madam running, Kenji. No, let's run. I don't have someone with me right now. When I mention fear in the jungle, it has something to do with respect. The lion is being respected by the elephant, the monkey, and so on and so forth. When they see the lion, everyone will leave because, oh, the king. Are you with me? When the giraffe sees the lion, oh, it has something to do with respect. Can you say respect? Okay? In fact, I'm sure you all agree with me. A single lion cannot put down one elephant. No way. In fact, the lion needs the whole pride. A single stomp would crush the head of the lion. Giraffe in a single kick. I have seen in this television program, if you're familiar with National Geographic, I love watching National Geographic, Animal Kingdom. One lion, the pride, chasing one giraffe, and it was accidentally kicked by the giraffe. It breaks the skull. It means they need the whole pride to put down all of this heavier, smarter, right? So what's in with the lion is his attitude towards perception of who he is, perception of others, perception of the environment. When a lion sees an elephant, what comes into his mind? Lunch. He doesn't see the size. He doesn't see the weight. He doesn't see the how tall. Conquer my lunch. I don't care if you are bigger, stronger, larger. For me, you are my lunch. When you see the hippo, that's for midnight snack. Perception of who he is, of what he can do, perception of others. Now, let's go to the elephant. What comes to the elephant's mind when he sees a lion? Eater. Run. His thinking made him small. So leadership is not really ability, it's more on mentality. So if you think, hey, I cannot speak in front, I don't have yet the position of silver executive, I'm not yet gold executive. Why? Do you need those sash when you speak in front? Do you need your sports car when you speak here? I'm not saying you don't vie for those things. Remember when we started, those are results of being a great leader. Your mind may be small. What do you mean by that? Applying, for example, you will be talking to the doctors. What doctors? We'll talk to the OGAS. What the OGAS? Chinedu, please talk to my OGA because he is a joke. Meow. Your thinking is making you small. They don't know that you just joined yesterday. They don't know that you're not eating your lunch for the last 3 days. It is your perception of who you are. So, I want you to think of the lion. This is your potential. That's your potential. Of course, when you have those things, it is better, right? But come to think of it, have you ever wondered, what do those leaders 7 years ago, Inkechi, Madam Telma, Ushe, Blessing, Vitus, they don't have anyone yet to tell you, no testimonies yet. There'll be, when you join us, you'll be one of the car achievers. Do you have a car achievers now? None. What do they have 7 years ago? It's their perception of who they are, perception of their business. We don't have achievers yet, we don't have millionaires yet, but because of this business, remember the vision. The vision. All they have before are vision and the purpose. I remember when I first did the OPP here, 6th floor. The vision that was given to me by Doc Ed, again, we have to create 600 Nigerian millionaires. That was 6 years ago. In spite of the challenges, first 6 months, another year, and then last year, and then the challenge. So when you check, we've been running smoothly only for the last 3 years. In spite of those challenges, we now have 800 plus African, Nigerian millionaires. See? See what we have, what they have. Have you seen some of your uplines? Was able to, to make people register even though they haven't shown yet this is Sinu, these are the package. You know what they're selling? Vision. Oh no, I need a whiteboard. Pwede rin ba kami seminar? The vision, the benefits. When you join us, your wife, who's been working for somebody else in another country for about 3 years, can finally go home. That's vision. When you take this product, it's not a medicine, but it might happen to you what the other people who have experienced happening. That's vision. It's all they have before. See, so I want you to think of that, and you are a lion. Respect follows when you have the right perception. What they had before is just their attitude and the respect. They have the respect of other people. How come some of them came from other networking companies? How come a lot of people, without second thought, followed them? I remember, right? A lot of people followed you from other networking companies. They haven't shown yet the marketing plan, the product. But believe me, a lot of registrations. We don't have products. We don't have products. We're not yet paying daily. In fact, payment comes a year after. Do you remember those days?
Yes.
No. See, why those people follow them? Madam Linda is here also. Right? Why do they follow? Because of the respect that was, given to them by their business partners. When you have the right attitude, respect follows. Abby, remember who you are, your potential. And lastly, I want you to be like an eagle. Yeah. Eagle. Ultimate eagle. Soaring eagle. Abby? Power eagle. That's your name, right? There's something with the eagle. Abby? It's a very powerful bird. If lion is the king of the jungle, king of the animal kingdom, the eagle is the king of the bird kingdom. I want you to be like an eagle. Think like an eagle, fly like an eagle, work like an eagle, visualize like an eagle. Fly above the storm. You know how powerful an eagle is? There are some eagles can fly 4 miles. Only an eagle can fly that high. At the 4 miles, at an altitude of 4 miles, only an eagle can fly at that high altitude. In fact, that height is the height where the jet planes are flying. You know how majestic this bird is? The wingspan. Can you do like this? No, not like that. It's like chicken. The wingspan, 9 feet. When you stretch, the wingspan of an eagle, 9 feet. It flies at an altitude where the jet planes are flying. No other birds can fly at that altitude high. It can see from a distance for, was it 8 kilometers? Around 2 miles. It can see the prey, its prey, a rodent, in details. Can you imagine? Me, if I remove my sunglasses, I cannot see you anymore. Well, I'm an old eagle. Imagine a rodent in details. Oh, that is the target. An eagle never flies. It works alone. It flies very high. It works alone. You can never see an eagle together. Eagles? Oh, Upline, can you see the eagles? They are not eagles. Probably they are chickens. Chicken never fly unless they are frightened. About if an eagle can fly that high and going up to this platform, or should I say area, it would take a real effort for the chicken to be there. When it reaches the top, there are distributors that are chicken. What time is the meeting, Upline? Why do I need to attend the meeting, Upline? Why do I need to wear this, Upline? Don't look at your neighbors. You get my point? But let me congratulate all of you. Because by being here today, I believe you are all an eagle. Yes. Because you have left the chicken, I don't know, in your house, in your offices.
Outside.
Are you aware that you can never bring a chicken in an eagle school?
Oh.
They will not survive. But I don't want you texting all your friends right now, Nawa for you, chicken. Who says, chicken dude? Are you getting my point? Eagle flies up there. If you keep on encountering chickens, people are gossiping, people are always telling the negative side of things, who does nothing but you are flying too low. You're supposed to be up here. Why are you down here? If your check is here, where I suppose you should be 96,000 per day, you are flying too low. You know what's the secret of an eagle? Would you like to know the secret of an eagle?
Yes.
Lies in their diet. What they eat, what they feed on. An eagle in the wild, okay? An eagle in the wild would not eat dead carcasses. It will not eat dead meat. It will always hunt for fresh fish, ducks, chicken for pepe soup, monkey, goats for ishubu. Unless it is in captivity. Because an eagle in captivity has no choice. He has no choice but to eat what was given to him. Okay, give him princess sardines, I don't know. Dead chicken, I don't know. That's why I realized when it was sent back to the wild, it's no longer flying high. Not only the reason it was captive for about 2, 3, 4 years, but one reason is the food they eat. It was given to them. Do you follow? Yeah. Now my question for you today, my dear eagles, what are you feeding your mind daily? What are you feeding your mind daily? Pinoy big, what do you call that? Big brother? What do you watch every day? What do you read? What kind of music do you listen to? Is it fresh or dead carcasses? That's why it is affecting your flight. Whereas you should be flying 4 miles up there, receiving 96,000 per day, sharing or building business where you are here. Lying to know. What's dangerous about the things you see, you watch, you read every day? When you see things, read things, watch things 7 times and above, I'm sure there are pastors here. It's biblical. When you see things 7 times above,